Sorry. All right, and we're live over here as well. And let's see, twist. There you are. Hi, everybody. Okay, so this is the deal. Tonight we're talking. You know, for the longest time, I don't let people touch me. Only people with my really close, like you and I, never hugged till like caping with until little Pete was like 2 years old, and I was like the only one they never hugged. Just because
I'm not very huggy either.
No,
I'm not huggy.
no. No, you're really bad at it too.
I am.
But you keep trying,
awkward.
stiff guy.
I am so awkward.
So we're gonna talk about affectionate people, and of course
How
our
to deal
Pete
with
can
them.
explain a little bit
Or
more.
even those people afflicted with affection.
Bring him right over a little bit.
Just trying not to get any squeaks here.
Ooh, that's my
Hey,
vibrator.
I'm taking
Oh.
that home. I'm taking that home.
Ooh, it's like an old
I'm
Stern
gonna
bit.
I'm gonna sit up on top of this desk.
It's when your headphones are on your neck that's a problem. I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
the feed's back there.
Yeah. So anyway, so go ahead and tell them what.
All right, yes. We'll be talking about gay lions today.
Oh my God.
Hey,
that's right.
lions.
Yeah.
Uh,
not
Hey.
Affection. I mean, you know, kind of where do you fit in there? Are you affectionate? Are you really super affectionate? Like I know this. Well, she
Gay
lives
lion?
with me. Cool Whip Alley.
Ollie.
She's super affectionate.
Big
She
time.
like, you know, she wants to hug you and squeeze you, kiss you all over.
Call you George.
Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I try to work with it because, you know, it's not like I grew up in a cold family, but I just kind of grew cold throughout the years. I don't know. We'll talk more about that part later.
Okay.
We'll be doing some juicy bits.
Juicy bits. The video won't let me fix it.
Uh-oh.
I'll let you fix what?
It won't let me fix Premiere Puppets. It's so difficult. You son of a bitch.
Oops.
We try to do something right.
Man. Not funny.
We're gonna have Lizzie said, "What?"
Yay! Stop! Wait, maybe I can do it here. Make it let me
I'm
fix it.
sorry.
Yeah, there we go.
That's my bad.
No.
And we're gonna get a little cuckoo in
Okay.
the Punchlines Playhouse.
That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if he's Mushmouth. That'll be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put those on. Yeah.
Okay, name that tune. You know that one? I bet your Punchline knows it. Strawberry Fields, how did you know? How did you know?
Yeah.
Yep, Strawberry Fields, he does know it. We'll also be featuring One Last Embrace. They are musical artist of the week. We have played them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll be playing them today and tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, we have Florentina coming in. She'll be talking about Casadega.
Cool.
Now, if you don't know what Casadega is,
Well, you'll have to
it's a
stay tuned to
city
find
in
out.
Florida that's known for being spooky, witchy,
Creepy.
Ruthie.
Now she goes, "You didn't fuck me." Okay.
Wangle dangle.
Holy crap. Wow, that's weird.
he's yodeling.
I know, right? It's weird.
That's my hero.
I can't hear you.
I didn't realize the punchline sounded like Boomhauer until just now.
Crazy man, Colonel Crazy.
I'm like, what did he say?
I tell you what.
Jesus, what? What am I hearing?
Nothing.
What do you hear?
Nothing.
Volume is muted.
I don't have any devices. Well, I guess I do have.
What? Wow.
Nice.
Jeez, I got one ear here. Hold on, huh? I have only one ear.
Where's my snare?
One
Where's my snare?
Needs more cowbell. I love cowbell. It's weird.
You know.
That's very strange. I really have one here. Alright, so when I can't hear, things go kafooey. We're talking about touch me.
Come on, touch
Please.
me, babe.
do not touch me.
You need to get some mic skills. Anyway, I'm gonna try this again. Here we go. Just plug that right there. See if I didn't push a button to mute something or other. Talk about yourself.
It's like she's deaf in one ear right now.
No,
Yeah.
It's driving her
If you
crazy.
go to our Facebook live connections, you'll see that she's banging herself in the ear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
see
kind
some
of sad.
OCD stuff going on.
Yeah, and it wasn't like
Hey,
a
I'm back.
sexy.
Okay, yeah, screw you all. Alright.
It's like Rain Man when the fire alarm went off.
It was.
That's not fair. It was.
Yeah.
It doesn't want to work. Nothing wanted to work for me. I've got the touchy, so I know why. That's why.
I
How you
was
doing?
starting it over because you couldn't hear. Come on.
And 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody! It's Connections.
In case you missed the last 2 minutes.
Stop it. Well, it's really you know when you have a disability and you can't hear. How's your ear going over there?
It's a little bit better.
That's sweet.
I'm tilting at more of a 45 instead of a 90.
Right.
Hey now.
Right.
I know some of you will think it has something to do with my bourbon excursion. My bourbon excursion this afternoon, but I didn't actually taste any of the merchandise.
Foster Brooks.
What he's talking about, me either. Yeah,
You don't know who Foster Brooks is? Come on.
yeah, of course I do, but the rest of us have no idea. Probably do you?
Nope, I got nothing.
Told you. See, you're just because I get your references doesn't mean they're good references. Okay.
Oh.
No. I'm
She's
just
got a
saying.
point there. She
Yeah.
really does.
There's 4 of us in the room, and only I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Connections. Hang on, we'll be right back. Just messing with you, okay?
I know.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, guys, yeah, now that I can hear both ears, having a disability when I'm not like, oh my eye, I can't see. When you have a disability like that, it can be very difficult. It still says that. It still says puppets till you refresh. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean puppets. I thought I fixed that.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
It's my bad.
But they may have puppets there.
Oh, they do.
They do.
Premium, you guys. Yeah, funny story. Might tell it later.
I was just telling Mike because we drove past it today, me and my son.
Mm-hmm.
He looked at it and he goes, "Is that where they sell dildos?"
Shut
I
up.
said, "Yeah, you had 2 cousins that worked there."
You should have like your mom gets a discount.
He's found Cool Whip alleys.
Yes.
Wow. This is like that scene in Parenthood.
Yeah.
I think I bought the flashlight.
The semen?
The scene.
Scene. Wow. I know it's borderline shtick, but it really didn't. Yeah. So how we all doing tonight, all 9 of you out there? Hi, David. Hi, Florentina. Yeah, we are fucking crazy. Dave, Shelly, Lizzie. Hey, Tommy. There's a pervert in the house already. Who's playing Battleships?
His birthday's coming up. Tommy's birthday.
Tommy, 26th of December, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a couple of others people. Okay, here we go. Lizzie? No? Punchline?
That's right.
The look.
From the Connections Studio Suites, it's Connections. Connections is relationship radio.
Only one person has my affection, and it's not my wife.
Connections is relationship radio.
Okay, I know that sounds a little cruel,
Yeah, dude.
but you know, I've always been very affectionate with my son. And
Mhm.
he's extremely affectionate with me. Whereas me and my wife aren't really affectionate with each other. I mean, we can be. It's not like we're completely distant, you know.
Please.
But it really started with the no public display of affection, and then it just like because we're around people a lot, I think we got used to just not, you know, being all touchy feely.
Right.
So when we were alone, you know, we could just get right down to biz.
Yeah, why play around?
Right, let's do this. It's Connections. How are you? I'm Melissa Fox. That was porn star Pete, who loves his son, but not in a man boy love sort of way. The guy laughing, disturbingly laughing, kind of creepy and singing already. Is punchline. I think we're gonna start calling him Boomhauer there. You know.
Yes,
Mm.
we should.
That is Lizzie.
That's me.
Said what? She's
All the
gonna
time.
say something tonight. So. No. Anyway. So I didn't like to be touched for a really long time. I don't like people invading my personal space. Just, I don't know. I always found it kind of creepy, and I was not molested, so just gotta put that right out there. By the way, we are on the Facebook Live right now, streaming as well as on YouTube. Just look for Connection Show and get those notifications, man. YouTube lets me know in my email. I'm like, oh, hey.
Yeah, just send us a
By the
hey.
way.
Just sent me one. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, hey, by the way, your favorite Connection Show's broadcasted live. Of course, right now the audio on the YouTube is just room sound. We're working on all that. Whereas the Facebook is the full audio commitment. Boom. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, really, it is. They see YouTube. They didn't hear that. No, seriously. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes I play with myself.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's what YouTube heard.
I know, but they're missing it on YouTube. They can't hear that. So Skype is available to you as well. Connections Show if you want to check in. I don't know why. And actually I do know why, and I'll tell you why I don't like to be touched. Just because I have ABD, which is borderline, you know, autism, Asperger's.
Mhm.
I said Asperger's. So
Good eats.
it's haven't had me an ass. No, well, yeah, they're good and great. I could do this all night. But anyway, with that goes a thing. Textures bother me. Smells overwhelm. So the sensory is overwhelming, and people touching is one of them. And it's taken me a long time, like all the way up until I think I was in my 40s before. Maybe even last year. Okay, it was last year. God damn it.
I was like, wait a minute.
Man, it was like last year. I still am not very comfortable all the time hugging people, but somebody, you know, came into my life and was like really huggy, and I, you know, so I was like, oh, so,
Well, when we met at that restaurant for the first time, and you were
there was
saying,
hugging.
you hugged me. You hugged me.
I did.
Yeah, when we met
That
with
was a big
Ringo.
hug.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it was kind of,
no,
oh, God.
no.
No, I think what it was
Ringo-
He's
is,
gonna text me later.
here's what I think it was, is you actually hugged him. You hugged him so you could actually maybe get closer and hear what he was saying.
Yeah, right. What is that? Yeah, I guess you're right.
When we met with Ringo at the
Yeah, I
restaurant.
know.
Yeah.
Ringo does all the right. Yes, no, I don't know why. I just because I knew he was gonna hug you. So I did.
No, he didn't hug me.
No, that's all right, because I did
He grabbed his ass.
I grabbed you
Yeah.
first. Anyway, I'm not a fan of touching. I'm sorry. You're not very. They call it. It's a big word. Demonstrative.
Demonstrative.
Okay, what's that mean?
It means you're not a you get rid of the monster.
I thought that was
No.
anti.
Oh, you can have that. That's Monster Be Gone. It comes with the- Have you not seen that? Monster Be. Oh,
My wife keeps
I
writing
used
that.
to, yeah.
yeah, right. And she hasn't disappeared yet.
No, I haven't.
Ah, that was good.
Yep, we do this every Monday to Friday, 10 to midnight. Let's see. Florentina, we're going to be hearing from her tomorrow. She's actually listening right now. Jax, what's going on? We've got Massachusetts. We're all over the United States. And, well, Gerda is listening too in India. So, what do you feel about touching, about hugging, about emotion, about affection, about the physical?
It's wrong.
It's wrong.
Well, I have this thing because we were raised we hug our parents goodnight
Mm-hmm.
and we kiss them on the lips.
Ah,
At a point,
Gross.
I I would say around 9 years old, my mom looked at us and said, you kids are old enough now, you don't have to kiss your dad goodnight anymore. And both me and my brother were extremely offended
Okay.
because all of a sudden they turned something very innocent into something that,
Dirty.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like, was this wrong? You know,
No.
what was this a special day? Because Jay's been, kissing dad, 20 months longer than I have.
On the lips?
Yeah.
I have no, yeah, okay.
I've kissed,
That's cool. I mean, high five. I mean,
I've
that's
kissed
great.
my dad on the lips probably 5 times in the last 25 years.
I barely even kiss my own husband on the lips, much less let my kids kiss me on the lips, alright?
That's Odin.
But the whole thing, the whole,
No, he's scared. So you don't kiss Odin that much? I get it.
Nope, nope.
Right, so the whole thing is that, yeah, they made it
Yeah.
feel like it was a bad thing.
yeah, and that was part of it. And, as much as we were affectionate, because we were told that you don't know when is the last night you're going to see
Right.
these people. So it was kind of like whenever you parted from somebody, you hugged them. And
Okay.
that's kind of what. So I'm trying to really get back to that because
Right.
for like 20 years I have not been that way. I've been like, I'll try to sneak out the door before anybody sees me.
It's like, maybe they'll notice. Bye. That's me. I like to skate. I'm like, deuces, catch you later.
Yeah, see
Wow,
ya.
and she's gone. End the scene.
Yeah, Mr. Punchline and Porn Star Peter out smoking a cigarette. I'm out.
Yep.
Yeah.
They get up to go move. I'm
I
like,
think that was last night's move, wasn't it?
Oh,
You
dude, I was
started
out of
before.
here. I was like,
She
bye.
was packing up during the news thing. I was like, I'm not offended.
It had nothing to do with the show. Just waiting people to start.
I got it.
I was like, I know
No, I
what's gonna happen.
totally understood what was happening.
She has a window.
So here's the thing, highly affectionate people as a group, right? They're happier, have a higher self-esteem supposedly.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
They experience less depression. Their blood sugar on average is lower as well as their resting blood pressure.
Jesus, I'm hypoglycemic, so I should be extremely
You should be
affectionate.
sitting in someone's lap right
Any offers?
now. Hello. Are you more comfortable with closeness and not so fearful of intimacy? Because those people who are highly affectionate are just like that. They're like, come here.
I don't get it. I just don't get
Well,
it.
that's because you've been touched.
Well, like whenever
Well,
I
that
like
is true.
first,
I was touched, but
whenever I first meet people, I don't mind like, hey, how you doing, kind of thing, and giving them a hug or whatever. If it's like a family situation of like meeting somebody who's part of the family, if you're just
Sure.
meeting them, but
First time I hug Mr. Punchline, I wanted to be in the library.
that's where I was molested.
oh, okay. Well, mine was in a trailer park and a church, so.
Hey!
There.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a shame. So, also people that are more affectionate, apparently, as a group, mind you, this is what, they have natural killer cells in their immune systems. No, I mean,
I'm like, wait a minute.
Themselves are coming.
I know, right?
They give you that hug, they have the knife, and then they go,
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. What they have, what the cells that keep their immune system better. Natural kit, never mind.
got nothing.
They also
I got
recover
it.
from more stressful experiences quickly.
Oh.
Yeah.
In my life, none of this makes sense to me, but I guess it's science.
It's because I'm Irish, I think. I blame it on that.
No,
I'm
I've
Irish too.
Dude, I've seen Irish men be very affectionate. I
Don't
see
you?
the South
They're-
Africans, when they're not raping women in the Congo, apparently they're kissing men on both sides of the cheek, just like the French do. I, however, not so much. All right, when we
Top
come
of the
back,
morning to you.
we're going to talk about the queens of the jungle, I guess. We got juicy bits are coming up next. Plus, we want to know if you're affectionate or not, and how do you feel about that. You can Skype us, Connection Show, or you can catch us on Facebook. We'll be doing our interactive live chat. Actually, it's already going on right now. And
Yeah.
these people are saying stupid stuff.
Awesome.
Stuff like, I miss my mom. There's nothing like a good butt rub. Okay,
Is that Tommy?
I like to cop a feel when I hug someone. That was Tommy. Let's see.
Surprise,
Wilfredo is
surprise, surprise.
Wilfredo's just saying hi to everybody.
What does pop mean?
I don't want to know.
Me neither.
Pop. I tend to what myself?
I like to cop a feel when I hug people. All right,
Yes,
Tommy,
yes.
never getting a hug from me.
Both my brothers and my sister kiss our parents on the lips. Maybe that's why I'm so affectionate. Cool Whip Alley in the house. Yeah. All right, it's connections. Stay right there.
Say she also indirectly
What?
ate some
Where
whipped
does-
cream off of
Every
her
night.
sisters.
Yeah. That was funny. Okay, where does Florentina work?
What are you saying over there? Hello. What? Huh? What? I'll get my headphones on. See,
I
see you.
know
Talking
for
about me.
Florentina, I don't know who
I
I'm
don't know much
supposed
of her
to put.
story.
Florentina, either message me or something and let me know what you want me to put, like
On the post.
your business, your business name,
Facebook. Crap.
you,
Your
what
business.
whatnot.
Your
Your
business.
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 Your
We
business.
want to know your business.
That's right.
Okay, this on touchscreen.
Making the black girl come out of me again. I tell you something, when she comes out,
Yeah, I wrote you know, they're all crazy. I don't know why. I gotta do some more liquor tomorrow. I'll be at the Publix liquor store in Deltona tomorrow between 4 and 7 with the Jim Beam. Gonna throw a little fire and some double oak into the mix. Bourbon, I tell you. We learned a lot. I had to educate Linda today on bourbon. We learned about whiskey with an E, American whiskey, all kinds of
Ooh.
stuff, how
Wow.
stuff is made, how it's determined to be bourbon.
All right, so Facebook, what do you guys like to drink? What is your thing?
Yo,
Just so we know. And then we want to know if you drink, do you hug more?
Jameson.
Mark-
And is it legal hugging that you do?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
hug-
There goes mine.
when you hug you grind in with your
Grind
hips
it.
or you pull away very uncomfortably and tit in.
Well, I already
It's
see,
just-
like I said, I already see Tommy Hawk says he cops a feel every time he hugs somebody, so that will not be happening here.
That's the
Facebook keeps crashing my phone, kids, so yeah.
Yay, best day
It
ever.
sucks, but ever since the last update a few weeks ago, it's been doing that on and
Really?
off.
Bill
Yeah.
Cosby liked to hug.
It's probably all that Rothschild talk I do.
Yeah, crapped out.
Probably.
I'm gonna keep trying that because I'm one of those pests. I'll get it to work yet. So y'all having a good week? I hope we're having a good time here this week. Lots of fun.
Tomorrow night will be very interesting.
I
Yeah,
can't wait,
Florentina
Joe,
says she drinks vodka, low cal, and no sugar. Effing vodka. Mountain Dew. Yeah, I've been trying with the Facebook, it just crashes as soon as I open it. So sorry, guys. It's been a long time.
That's my poison.
Mhm.
Once a year I
Coffee.
drink though. Once a year.
Hug, tickle, and squirt. Really, John? Really?
I think they're gonna get me twice this year though, both in October.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
Mhm.
Hug, tickle, and squirt.
Excuse me?
That's what he said.
Is your son on, or is that Missy? It's you. Who's you? Someone wrote it's Greek, so in your under your name.
I'm sure it's
Vodka and tequila. Yes, B.E. Yes.
Yeah.
You can leave the vodka, but tequila,
Hi,
yes.
B.E.
I don't-
How are you?
Tequila's evil.
Anybody
Tequila
new to the
leads to
anyone?
bad things.
Anyone new to the room tonight? Hi, Joy, Elizabeth. Anyone new to the room tonight? Please identify yourself as I'm new here. We'd love to make sure I try and mention your
What
name.
happened?
I told you, Facebook fucking sucks. Are we still on now?
Nope. Does not seem like it.
You bitch.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Everybody's like, where you go? Where you at?
Yep, well, now we're all backwards again. So, somebody go and fix it. Let us know. We're back. Hi. I don't know what the hell happened. And now it's going to say meat puppets again or some crap. I look like a moron. I can't get thank you.
Can you go back to that chat?
No, I can't. I can.
Wait a minute. It's not. It's. I don't know what it's doing. No, I mean like yeah, up
No,
there,
it's
but
a new
down
video.
here.
It's all a new video. Didn't come back. Went to a new one.
Facebook just took
Took
a
a dump, because
dump on us.
told you.
Right when I said Rothschild, oops.
I'm still,
Yeah,
getting,
see, all your fault.
still getting the hearts and bumps and twiggles and wiggles, but whatever.
It's right, it's right. It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's still
I gotta go fix the puppet, meat puppet.
Meat puppet.
You done broke the shit. Wow! You did! You broke it! Damn it! I don't even know.
Yay, welcome back to Facebook.
Yay.
Nobody yet.
Sorry, guys.
Now you have the opportunity to be the first.
You know what happened? I blame you for it. I mean, we're just being all subtle here at Connection Show, and you're like, the Rothschilds.
I should have known.
Killed it.
And then lightning struck. Yeah, here's the text from your wife. The feed is down.
Yeah. The feed is down because I meant the
Is that catching?
Boomhauer.
Damn it, it's catching. Going. Hey, we got the juicy bits here. One of them is, damn it, everything just froze.
That is horrible. And
You
we're
did it
scrambling,
again.
like,
Oh my god, how do I fix it? I
Now
don't
we're getting
know.
in all post,
Yep,
repost.
everyone's got to start over again. I don't even know because now it's all locking up on me too. It's like, no, I hate you. Goodbye.
Oh, I see a little heart.
Bye-bye.
Go back.
Is there one little heart up there? Oh, look,
Yay.
they're coming back. They're coming back.
Thanks, guys. You guys are the
Yay.
best.
Wow, please.
back, Dr. Tim.
Please come back now. Oh, man, I'm going to go back to the, excuse me for just a sec while I
Yeah,
adjust
please.
my internet connection. Somebody tell me about the gay elephants. What is it? Gay lions. Oh, stop. Hey. Yeah, that sort of reminds me of oh my god, from Wizard of Oz. I can't remember the guy's name right somewhere. That
Where?
cowardly lion.
Yeah. He's
Or
definitely
something like
pretty
that.
feminine.
Yeah, Bulger. Anyway,
Really vulture or something.
I don't know. Somebody tell me about the gay lions.
Well, you know, a pair of male lions got caught attempting to mate at the Yorkshire Wildlife Park
Oh,
in England. The pair is part of a
Wait,
13 lion.
wait. Male lions were trying to do each other
Yeah.
on
Yes.
camera.
Usually
Yes.
they don't get caught. Usually they try to do that when the cameras are on.
Lion porn.
They do
That's
it.
so cool.
It's
Incognito.
what they call on the down low.
But they're
Damn.
starting, you know, with it evolving for humans. I think it's evolving for animals now. You know, they're getting more comfortable with doing
Their
it publicly.
sexuality.
Okay,
it's,
is it really or is it a dominance thing? Because
I was
my
gonna say,
female dog will hump the other
males will
three
hump each
males.
other.
Dogs,
shoot for
dogs, it's more natural for
Oh.
dogs to do this. If usually in a lion pack, if a male were to try to do this to another male,
Okay.
there'd be a fight.
Yeah, there would. By the way, thank you to our Facebook Live interactive audience for grabbing that feed and running with it. I know we were making fun of Facebook. I don't think it's fair, but now I'm about to blame the gay lions.
The gay
Yes.
lions.
Yeah,
You know what? It's because they watched Oz. That's why.
Don't look at him. You know, all of a sudden it's like, you're my brother. Why you leave me? Why you leave me hanging like that? Wow, still can't get it refreshed. Okay, so lions. Oh wait, there they are humping. Oh, but look at the face on the one. The tongue is out.
He's like,
The other one's got his eye. The one that's on the bottom, the captures.
give it to me now. Who's your daddy?
Lions give the reach around.
We call that gay pride, right?
Yeah. Hey! Lion joke, I get it. There's another hurricane coming. It's Irma, and I know, right? Irma. And it's not. It looks pretty intense, but it's out there in the Atlantic right now, so
Yeah.
we don't really need to worry. But it's pretty damn big, and it's already a Cat 3 hurt. Wow.
Oh,
I
good.
got
A lot.
I got the insight that we've got about a 15% chance of this hitting us. Usually when it comes from this certain cape, which this
Mhm.
storm started with, we get about 15% hittage.
Hittage.
It is.
That is awesome.
Sorry, I just realized it still says Premier Puppet. Man, if they only knew how difficult it is to try and type the title pages on these damn things.
She even got a stool to
Mhm.
do it.
I was up there for like 5 minutes. My arms are all tired from trying to stand. Shut up.
I'm sorry because I feel it was my fault because I started it and I'm like,
I
just press
can't
play.
reach. Can't touch the
Can't
kiss.
reach.
I was so ready to fall off that stool.
Yeah, she almost fell off the stool because we got everything up in the sky.
In the
Mm-hmm.
sky.
So Harvey's going away.
Okay.
Irma's on the way.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got going on here in the world. Oh, football.
Football is headed for a crisis.
No.
Can it be
What?
saved?
What does that mean?
It's concussion city going on right
Oh,
now.
when?
Everybody's talking about concussions.
I am a quarterback at the football team. I played the football game. I did a football practice.
Okay, so now can police officers not be police officers because they might get shot?
Well, see, that's what I was. You and my, like right there, we're like
Mhm.
right in each other's brain because that's what I was thinking when Liz you said that. I was like, wow, she stole my thunder.
You're welcome.
That's okay, Vivian. It's all
Wow.
right. So, but yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So yeah, wow, you know you're gonna get hurt. You know that at some point you have that chance of getting your block knocked off in football.
Yeah,
just
they
the
let
same.
people box.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they let people fight in the UFC, what, MMA. Why are they not worried about it here? They got helmets.
Mhm.
And
You know,
pads too.
And you know, my son's 9, and he's only had 3 concussions so far.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
He still can say his ABCs.
Exactly.
A, B,
There's
Z,
more than one.
E, F,
It's plural.
Q.
Stop it. Wow. Look at that 30 seconds back. So football, because of all the concussions and stuff, it's a problem. Huh?
Yeah, they think they're already calling a lot of penalties now because of these hits, and it's like these guys are halfway in the air charging already. They can't stop themselves from trying to make good football.
Pussies.
Pussies.
And that's what good football is all
Stop
about.
ruining everything. God, back in the days, we used to fight to the death with lions.
Yes.
I'm serious. We come back, we got something. I don't know what, but we're gonna do it. It's connections. Is it you? Is it you? I get so much shit that's not working right. I hate Facebook, but I love you guys. I just wanna let you know that was really bizarre that was happening. And now I can't see any comments.
It was a long time ago, but on this day in 1869, Mary Ward, she was an Irish scientist. She was the first automobile accident victim.
Oh yeah.
Drinking and driving, probably. She's Irish.
That's a big. Who likes Chick-fil-A? Hey Romeo, what's going on? It's a good night tonight, yes. Flea market politics up in the house. Whew.
This I did not know. Rocky Marciano died in a plane crash at age 45
What was that?
on this day. Yeah. It's probably because he went undefeated and retired,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't like that in the boxing.
No.
They think you should fight until you lose,
To the death.
so they can change the belt over.
Yeah, they don't like you taking it with you. I know that.
And of course, 20 years ago, Princess Di.
On this
Died.
day, Princess Diana, I was, you know where you were 20 years ago?
Yeah, I was getting my carpets cleaned because I was about to give birth to Brooke.
So you clean your carpets with Brooks, what, after Brooks?
Yep.
What happened?
I think I was on ecstasy
I
that day.
used
I was working at Real Radio, at Real Rock. It was Real Rock at the time.
Real rock.
101.1.
What is it now?
I don't know.
Hey Holly, how you
I'm
doing?
just asking, 'cause I don't know. I figured you'd know.
I really kind of wondering.
The only radio show I listen to is the Connections show.
Me too.
That's right. Is there any other station?
There's not.
Didn't think so.
What's going on?
1976, George Harrison was found guilty for plagiarizing My Sweet Lord.
Yeah.
No, She's So Fine. It was My Sweet Lord was his song.
She's So Fine was the song Hare Krishna people want peace to.
Forget Hare Krishnas, man.
Mm. Lizzie, do you have music or you just want to know? You don't have to. Don't go for it. You actually have to work.
I did. I worked on the.
No, you're like.
I know. Okay. Well, it's funny. So I was typing, trying to find something real quick. I'm like, oh.
Happy birthday, Caligula. I know you're watching.
Yeah.
He's like 2015 years old.
Dirty
No,
fuck.
2003 years old.
That's cool.
Loved your movie.
After certain.
Five.
Good man.
2005.
Good on
Sorry,
you.
bad
After that point, it really doesn't matter. I think. Once you get into the thousands.
You know
Oh, he's
that wasn't his actual name, it was his nickname.
Caligula.
Caligula.
Yeah, it was Gaius Caesar. He was the third Roman emperor.
Caesar actually has a title to
Yeah.
Caesar.
say so.
Caligula means like club feet because he had,
Hey.
I thought he meant
Hey.
dirty boy.
yeah.
Hey, don't be picking on your boy. I know. He doesn't realize what he does.
Dan Rather's birthday today. I wonder how he's doing.
He looks like shit. I've seen him. He shows up on.
He's still alive?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He shows up on the news every once in a while. He's really long in the face.
Dick Gear's birthday. And a couple wrestlers, Jeff Hardy and Mickey James.
Hey, yeah, you done.
Mickey James, I saw her in porn. Not that I was watching it.
No,
It was just
it's
research.
Porn?
research for the art.
Research. That's what I said the other day.
Yeah.
You're like,
Just
why were you
research.
watching cartoon porn?
Hi,
I
Mike
was
Torres. How
somebody
you
had a job.
Anybody new that's on the feed, please acknowledge. We'll acknowledge you
Yeah,
back.
you shouldn't say that because it cut out last time you said that.
No, that was because he said the Rothschild thing.
Oh no, he
Here we
said
go.
it again.
I know.
Idle hands and blind genitals. And you know how much God hates that?
We fought a whole war of England over that.
Wee-hoo! How we doing? Hello? Hello? How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, it's Connections.
No, it is not.
It is. I'm Melissa Fox. That's Lizzie said what? Porn star Pete is over. To my right. Got to keep him a little bit far away. It's that big psychic's bigger. And Mr. Punchline.
Hey.
What's up, Mother Mouth? How you doing? All right over there?
Or-
Yep, I'm fine.
So it's time for that thing we all wait for every week. It's called hashtag Lizzie said what?
Yes.
Yes. What's up?
I like how you turned the music completely off. You're like, you didn't give me any music, so you will get none.
That's right.
So we're talking about affection, okay? And I and Shrek are not very affectionate people.
Well, you got a baby girl.
Well, that's probably about the only time we get affectionate is to try to practice procreating.
Practicing is fun.
It is fun. It is fun.
Yes.
So-
It's even more fun when you have your uterus removed because then you don't have to worry about getting pregnant.
I thought she said her ears were red. But
So
knowing,
did I.
but she said uterus.
Uterus.
But it sure did sound like
Uterus.
ears.
No, it's your uterus.
So things that will help improve your ability to have more affection is have a vasectomy.
Oh.
I don't like that idea.
No, thank you.
You should not knock it till you try it.
Okay.
Yes.
I've heard some horror stories,
Yeah.
so I fear it.
Well, you should
Yeah.
have a talk with Shrek because he had one. He did it himself
Oh,
with a 24 case of Milwaukee's best.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh my god.
no. Did he
And
do
a
that whole?
fishing knife.
Oh no, you never go at your package with a fishing
Oh,
knife.
I
Yeah,
thought-
he had it under control.
I thought you used hemp rope and you tied it and then did the pull down.
No, he didn't want to get rid of them. He just wanted to
Oh, so
stop.
you just opened it up and
Yeah,
tied
tied
a little
it. Yep.
thing. Okay,
Yep,
all right,
yep.
cool.
Like
This
gut
is
the
the point.
fish.
Everybody's freaking out over there.
My balls hurt. They are throbbing right now.
That's
Keep them iced. Keep them iced for a couple of days.
you guys.
The more beer you have in your fridge, the better it is because after you get to drinking one, you go get two more from the fridge, put one between your legs, and then drink that one. Take that one, put it back in the fridge, grab two more, put one more down there, and then drink that one, and continue for about 48 hours straight.
I think I'm just gonna skip that.
You can
Keep
sit
it.
on a bag of frozen peas too, alternating in case you have to.
That's true.
Yeah.
See, for those who don't know, her husband she calls Shrek. We call him Odin because he's a big man. He's a big scary man. Well, he's not scary, but he looks like he's a big scary man.
Yeah, well, they were up in Boston last week, but they were having all the trouble, the rioting. He sort of looks like he could be a skinhead, you see. So,
Yes.
uh,
A
so
Viking skinhead.
right. You know, so I guess what we heard was they had to justify. I heard not with them. Not
Pretty
with
much,
them.
we're leaving the hotel. I had to make the announcement, like, we aren't racist. He
We're
just like,
Floridians.
We just talk like this.
we're from Florida.
That's all. Hello.
So picture this guy, and now vasectomy. I can't even say the word.
Does
Vasectomy.
it tongue tie you?
Yeah, that's Odin.
Yeah. No, it's one of those things. It's sometimes for women, it's a lot more intense to have their tubes tied. And after about 30 days with no something, he decided that he would just go ahead and go do it. Yeah.
Wow.
I would try it with a woman first.
What? Huh?
You would try with a woman
Yeah,
first.
just reach up in there, try to.
Just right up in
It's like starting a car, right?
Ooh, God.
Do not do this at home.
Swear to not do this.
I got a new hand puppet.
So, okay, so you can check us out online if you want to see what all these goofballs look like. Let's go to facebook.com/connection show. We're also broadcasting on YouTube. Pornster Pete's making funny faces, and Lizzie is still saying, what?
Yeah,
So-
don't do any of the stuff that we say at all.
Disclaimer,
Do
right?
not.
Please do not try this at home.
Right on. So what else you got? Anything else for us, or are we just going to talk about something else?
Oh, we probably should talk about 7 types of affection.
Woohoo! Oh yeah, if you want to chime in other than on Facebook in the chat, you can always call us up on the Skype Connection Show. From massaging to hand holding.
This all sounds so hard.
Well, it's the emotional connection. A little physical thing. In daily life, though, I don't know. There are physical, if not healthy, benefits of giving a little to the loved one.
True.
Okay.
Nope.
No. Well, not you. No. So what I find is that, well, in heterosexual relationships, you need to be a little more touchy-feely.
Yes.
You do. Now, not all of this that we're going to talk about tonight will apply to you because everyone has their own mental crap,
Mhm.
Some of us are Irish.
I told you that is not.
It's because he got diddled. I don't know why he just doesn't say it.
Well, just admit it, right? Just say, yeah, I'm a goofball because I got diddled. Just say it. It's okay.
It doesn't have, actually, I was not very demonstrative even when before I got molested, so.
I went to pat him on the shoulder once, and he went in the corner. No high fives for him.
First of all, let's see what we mean by physical affection, okay? According to Brigham Young.
Ooh.
Now, aren't those more.
Yeah, those are the Mormons.
My faves.
Well, Dan, are you in the house? Is she listening? I don't think she's online, but she's a Mormon in
Is
Utah. Listens to the show. I don't think she's on right now. Anyway, best defined physical affection is any touch intended to arouse feelings of love in the giver and or the recipient. So it's all
Good touch. Good
about
touch.
feelings of love.
Mm.
So the purpose of developing a classification is because we wanted to take out the sexual intimacy. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. So we're talking about physical affection, but not getting all up in there. No, not
Not breaking it off. Not going deep.
No jackhammer.
No Pete going deep
No
tonight.
going deep tonight.
Not like that.
Jeez.
Okay, but they see, this is where the problem. I had a friend of mine who's a neuromuscular therapist, a massage therapist.
Oh.
But and they're constantly that. Is he farting?
Okay,
What was
we have a
that?
studio dog named Ferris, and he's a pit, and he is huge. And so, like, have you ever heard the sounds of, like, something being pushed out of an extremely large vagina?
No,
Queefing?
but.
Okay,
Carry
well,
on.
but it is hysterical because there you go. That's it. Where did you find that?
Auto queef.
That's the studio dog.
Actually, that was me.
I
I
know,
know,
I
I
was wondering where my mic went.
I got one down on the floor. Anyway, types of physical affection, back rubs and massages. I know they get a bad.
Yeah, because they lead to
Well,
sex.
they can,
Hey,
but I mean,
now.
it's actually a really honest profession, and I mean, it's really works well with along with chiropractic and stuff, all that. I mean, it's important, but anyway, it's a physical affection. I know you don't get any touching. I'm sorry. Caressing, stroking, like shoulders, arms, not man junk.
Yeah, see, when I get a massage, it gets me tired.
You want
When I
happy
give a
ending?
massage, it gets me a little excited.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, yeah. What?
You want happy ending?
Not from you.
Why did he look at me?
He did look at it because he looks at
He did.
man approval
He did.
now. It's all about the gay frog.
Cuddling and holding is another one.
Yeah. What think about like a mother and child, they're just sitting and holding each other, but also maybe on the couch, movie night, before the
Disgusting.
hand job, okay? Because I know you guys, look at them, they can't even do this with a straight face.
Disgusting.
I do, and I feel like more of a, like I'm in that child mood. I like to kind of bury my head in her bosoms.
Motor.
And then next thing you know, boom.
Yeah. It only lasts 10 seconds
Right.
before it moves on to other fun
See, you guys, it's not, okay, well, look, holding hands, kissing on the lips, kissing on the face, okay, affection, not French tongue, all that. Forms of physical affection, with the exception of holding hands and caressing and stroking, really strongly relate to the degree of satisfaction that the people in the relationship feel with each other. So there's no connection between the amount of physical affection and the amount of conflict, but cuddling, holding, kissing on the lips, hugging, were all associated with how easily couples actually resolve conflicts. That was the resolution. That's what that came out
I
of.
do find when I am more this way, more, I can't even say the word affectionate.
Oh,
Affection.
That's a shame.
It does seem to, like, when we have arguments or disagreements, it lowers them up.
Well, that's because you're like, if she stays pissed, then I ain't getting none for a while.
Woohoo! You're smart.
I know.
Unless we have to do it the grunge way.
Yeah, angry sex is good.
Angry sex?
Angry sex.
Yeah, how about the angry sex? Let's see, we got anyone talking on the connections here? Angry sex.
Angry
Everyone's-
sex.
They're all under just saying hi to each other.
Ah,
A bunch of homos. Hey everybody, hey David, hi,
love you.
hi, thanks man, miss you, where are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Really?
Every man in the chat room are crossing their legs right now, according to Braid.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, there we go, that makes more sense. Alright, so, touching. You touched me. So what is it? What is it about physical affection that makes it such a key factor in how satisfied you are in a relationship?
Well, because if you have that interaction and touching with somebody, then it's a closer and it's like they're human and they're real. Versus if like I would never touch Punchline, so I can't stand him. So therefore, that's why I don't touch him in any way, shape, or form. So I will never
I love
get
you
along
too.
with him.
Tommy said, excuse us for being friendly, and Rebecca called it foreplay.
Nice.
So let's see. All right. Yes, we are on terrestrial radio, 1490 AM, Tampa Bay, Sarasota, Bradenton, and also Gainesville up in Florida town. 104.9, 104.9, 104.99. Did I not? Yeah, just for a second go Rain Man there.
Right.
Just for 9.
149.
104.9.
Type
You must say-
Charlie Babbitt made her do it. Okay, so we're talking about affection, and we are going to take a break because we love our sponsors. Please support them, even freemanpuppets.net. If they only knew how difficult it was to
Cracks me up every time you say that.
autocorrect. I swear, I think we should go get that website. Yeah, no. So we'll be right back. It's Connections.
I swear to God, everybody says that. It makes me laugh. It cracks me up so hard every do you say that?
Well, I was, I couldn't get, and I'm looking like, oh no, it's back. And I'm sure she's already got a screenshot of that. All right. Y'all talking. Damn it. What's it? Like 20 after 12. What's this mean? I don't know. I got nothing. I looked at it, I seriously looked at Gary, I was like, oh no. What is she saying? And I looked at him like, oh, is she really putting that together? And, really?
Okay. I don't want this squeaking on me again.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. I swear that just cracks me up. Facebook,
Okay.
what is happening?
Mr. Punchline just asked me to plug him in.
Hey.
Hey now.
Oh my gosh, it's the Archie.
Yeah, everyone's in his way, couldn't go where he wanted to go.
It's weird how a dog can be so alpha and beta at the same time.
Yeah, I know, right?
So did you figure out what did everybody figure out what beer everybody likes? By the way, we're
Yeah, on the other one.
oh yeah, that's right. We
Uh,
broke into two. Now hopefully Facebook don't do that to us again, but I will try not to mention the R word for the rest of the show.
what's the R word?
Rothschilds. Oh,
Damn it.
You fell for it. Ah.
I know that's one of those key words they shoot out, and the FBI's like, whoa, you don't say that word. We don't talk about. No, we heard you're going deep, and we don't like it.
It is not your father's root beer.
But just saying, if something happens to me, you guys look into it, okay?
Rothschilds. Fortune cookie. Overindulgence hinders body and mind. I'll go into that. Sarsaparilla. Oh, there it is, Ian. I don't know what it is with you that much. Something that cracks when you hit a key too. Sometimes I heard
Yeah, I heard that.
shot that engineer. One more minute. Okay. So what were you telling these goofy people that we love so much?
I can't remember. I'm high. No, just kidding.
Terry,
Just
come
kidding, but I
on.
can't remember. I am
Who said ass play on a guy is fun? Terry did?
high. Ooh, Terry, you dirty girl.
Hi, Terry Whittlesills.
How you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah, right? Everybody got kicked off for a minute.
Yeah, that wasn't our fault. Facebook's got this thing sometimes where it likes to fuck up.
Are you coming tomorrow, Mike? Is that why you're asking for a big hug? You gonna come out to Deltona? Touchy feel. Who's getting horny? All right, Tommy, you put that shit away. There's clearly a pervert in the room. Hi, Ras. How you doing, everybody? Hi, guys.
That was what I was hoping for. Is I got 3 women here in the room with me, you know, talking a little affection. And, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you were there.
Okay, so just about time. Come back. There we go. That's what I'm drinking. What?
So you want to know what it's like to not be an affectionate person? You're about to find out. And I think we have a lot of experience in this room how not to be affectionate.
Jesus, yes. All right, guys, let's do this.
Broadcasting live every night at 10 Eastern.
Anyone? So Curtis Mayfield? Never heard anybody? He's the pushing man. What it's like not to be an affectionate person.
Huh.
Well, we're talking about, being touchy-feely and stuff tonight on Connections, and
You gotta love that picture, right? It's a picture of is that a woman?
yeah,
A woman.
throwing up.
She's at at the toilet and somebody's to be like, they're there, but they've actually got a broom that they're petting her with.
Because
It's
they
from
don't want to
30
touch
Rock.
her. Yeah.
I don't wanna touch you.
No.
That's like me, like when my kids were younger and they were throwing up, I'm like, yeah, you're doing all right, here's the towel.
Spray some Lysol at them.
Yeah, no, in college, same thing. I would hold somebody's hair for a second because that's what you do. Girls hold each other's hair, and then I'd be in the next stall, go, as soon as, like within seconds, I'm puking on her head.
That's like a bridesmaid.
I know it's where they got that. I was the one that crapped in the street. So I believe this, but showing acts of affection sometimes I don't know. There's some people just don't like it, and Mr. Punchline.
Yes.
You hugging Mr. Punchline is like, I don't know, it's like hugging a cement, one of those cement blocks at like a parking garage.
The Tin Man.
Oh, you got a very hard chest. Tin kind of moves.
Yeah.
You don't know. It's like, it's like I can't really explain. Have you ever hugged this? I know you're not going to
Nope.
ever.
Nope.
No.
It burns.
Nope.
It
Yeah,
burns.
pretty much.
I think he's dead inside.
I am dead inside.
I don't know what's up with that chest of yours, but it's very cement-like.
Okay.
So I mean, it's not because I know I've seen little man titties. I mean, but for whatever reason, when you hug, you're like put your chest forward, and all I get is rip. Oh God. Instead, you're supposed to kind of back, kind of back out.
Is he
a little
stiff, but not in a good way?
Hey now.
It's not good at all.
No, it's just completely wooden.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's worse. I'm telling you, it's like cement.
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 Like cement. No, it's weird. I have people who are over huggers in my life. I have people that will like this. They're like, "Arr," and they hug you and they won't let go. Mom, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yes.
No? You didn't get that. You don't know that reference. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Hi. Okay, so he doesn't get any of that reference. It's lost on you, Ernest.
Never saw it.
No. Okay, all right. So anyway, why are people who make like face kisses and hugging and touching in public make you want to puke?
Yeah.
Maybe
That's kind of where I
because
see
maybe,
it.
Yeah, I'm there.
But you get it, right? You understand why that happens, but still you're like, "Rrr." I mean, they're in love, whatever. Constantly, you must touch yourself and each other and
My
kiss.
first reaction is like, what? You've been together for 2 months. You think you're all cool?
2 days.
Yeah.
Great, love 2 hours.
Hour and a half.
Yeah. At times almost done. What? But what's the point? The point is, I don't understand it. I don't get the whole PDA, public display of affection, groping each other on the corner of the bar, especially when those people are like, hey, let's go hang out.
Yeah.
Now let me watch you grope your friend. That's great. People have told you you have a black hole for a heart. Have you ever heard that?
Yes, often.
Or you're
5 minutes ago, I just told him that.
I know.
Yeah.
You're heartless, punchline.
I'm dead inside.
So it's hard to be affectionate when you're dead inside.
Yes.
No, really. I'm sure punchline. It's not like you dislike people, right? No, he didn't want to.
It's
Yeah,
like,
really kind of do most of the time.
Yeah, most people, yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
All right. Well, how do you show the people in your life that you do care about, that you care? What about your girl, your daughter? Mm-hmm. Do you hug her?
I do hug her. She's like the only person
Kiss
that
her on the lips?
No. No talk either.
Oh my God. Nobody was asking.
I know. He went
Just
there.
offered that information.
Wow.
Is there where's the fan thing? Somebody, the
Fan.
fun says are right away the fan, I'm dying. Anyway, it's okay. It's just him. He backs himself right in the line. It's it's a fun song.
I gotta keep cool.
I love you, man.
This makes me
Getting all hot talking about being heartless. Well, no. So you do hug the girl, the daughter.
Yeah.
You've given her affection. I mean,
Yes.
is she affectionate with the other people in the family?
Yes.
So
She's
she's
more
not gonna be a
affectionate with her
scrum
mother.
cold frigid bitch or anything when you
No.
because that's your fault if that happens.
No.
Yeah.
Huh?
It will be.
It won't be.
No. No. I'm affectionate with her, so.
But not in a dirty way. He wants to
No.
clarify that again. He
She's
just
kind
just get rid of her, but not
like
like
semen when she hugs you.
that. Oh, God.
I love Pete.
When you're not an affectionate person, you are incapable of being sensitive or comforting people when they need it. Just like that picture you were talking about where the girl's all like, I need a hug. And someone's across the room with a broom tapping them on the shoulder.
Yeah, that's me.
That's me.
Yeah, so when you have friends that break down and cry in front of you, I'm like, oh God, I've got to touch them and pat them on the back. No.
We're this way in the studio too. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah,
we're, all
we
like,
are.
we're all like, yeah, he was diddled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get it, but the thing is, we want to comfort you. We just can't. Okay.
Yeah, and when I see people cry, most of the time I want to leave the room. I'm trying to figure out a way to leave the room.
Like
Uncomfortable.
fart and stick the room up, and you're just like,
That's-
oh, I
We've-
had that Chinese.
We've always just done laughter. Our family is very good for, you
Yeah.
know, like death
Mhm.
situations, stuff
Mhm.
like that. We try to laugh through it because it's just the only way.
Yeah, I've been kicked out of funerals before for cracking jokes during a funeral. And I'm just like, what? They thought it was funny when they were alive. Now all of a sudden we can't crack jokes.
Well, you know, it's fun. You could crack jokes at a funeral. You just have to know when to put them in.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
The bad part is when you know somebody and then they're dying like a really crazy way, and it was like, oh, they had a heart attack or they had this, and it was like something like they got run over or something weird, and then you're like cracking jokes because you know that person well enough, and then everybody
Yeah.
around you is just like, oh my
Oh,
God.
no,
They would have laughed
They
at that
would have
joke.
thought it was
That's-
funny.
I know.
Yeah. So when you don't profess to be an affectionate person, dating can be pretty tough. I mean, it's tough enough already, but oh man, every relationship that you get into and you don't like to be affectionate, you find yourself ending up in the same way. The guy you're dating maybe shows a crap load of affection, and you just can't handle it. So you're like, oh, done, gotta go.
That was me.
That was me too, but that was for a different reason. No one that you dated understands why you like that either. If you do love them, you should be able to show it, right? Physically, no.
Yeah, that first kiss could be a long time waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if I know that I'm gonna get a prize at the end, then I'll affection all over you. But you know, if there's no prize at the end,
Affection all over you.
Like a
Hashtag,
Cracker Jack prize or
Oh,
what?
yeah. More like a Cracker Barrel. There you go. All right, we'll be right back. It's Connections. Stay there. Oh God.
is that okay? Because I don't know if that's
Oh,
blowing
yeah, that's
your
fine.
mic.
No, I got it. That worked. Yeah, it's just sometimes he blocks and not just you, whoever's in the chair.
Yeah, because she used to get on to me whenever the other people used to be here, and I used to have to be stuck on the corner there.
Yeah, the other person?
I don't wonder when I had wings.
Those people whose names will not be said.
Ringo. Like
Yeah.
I said, Ringo.
Ringo.
Pete Best had too much time.
That's the hole in me pocket.
Yeah, it is on Facebook. So did we get
Public
anybody?
display of ass is only when you are out with a porn star or model. Well, okay, all right, I'll give you that. You gotta be bragging and shit. What? If you're out there with a model, sure, I suppose. All right. By the way, rabbit tomorrow. First day of September.
September already.
Yeah.
Wake me up when September ends.
Yeah, right.
Green Day?
It is
Yeah,
September.
sorta.
right? November? September? I can't remember. What month is that song?
Comes
September?
September.
Ah.
Crossing swords.
Facebook. I'm glad to see we got most of you back. I see a couple of people that we lost on the.
Yeah, they're like, Skirt, not coming back, you suck.
Like, you had your one opportunity.
How unprofessional of you. No, it's Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I didn't mean to say the R word.
It's
Damn it.
all your
Do it.
fault.
Don't say it again.
Damn it, get us into it again. It'll be an issue. It's anything. I know, right?
It's your fault.
Next, we'll be doing Punchlines Playhouse. It's a little bit different than Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Alright.
That's masturbation.
No, we're not. Stop it. No wonder Randy was always so mad. Randy, was that the red-haired puppet was always evil?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he was always.
But was Randy the cowboy, the black cowboy?
That's Curtis.
Curtis, that's right.
That was Cowboy Curtis, which was Lawrence Fishburne.
Yep.
But you can't get anything past him, so don't try.
I couldn't remember.
Phil Hartman was there too. Phil Hartman was the original part of it.
Yeah, he was, what's his name?
He was Captain.
I jumped the gun on you.
What's that?
I jumped the gun on you one second.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to have it in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Love George Clinton. Parliament Funkadelics.
Oh yeah. From like 1977, all of a sudden I found Parliament
Yep.
Funkadelic, and I was like, oh,
Where have you been all my
I
life?
think I'm back. What?
Up for the downstroke.
Yeah, okay. Right now. Into the outdoor, boogie oogie in my shoe. Oh no, that's okay cookie in my shoe. Damn it! Hey, we're talking about touching. And by the way, I know it looks like a beer, but it's root beer. Guys.
Psych.
Sigh. But you can come over and drink my beers anyway. Actually, I got a whole bunch of Jim Beam I don't know what to do with. So,
UUPA.
Stop it. That was nice.
Sorry.
You spit like a man.
There it is. It's got the dog. Some of these guys are dead now. Damn it.
Yeah,
So we're talking about affectionate. Punchline is not an affectionate person.
not at all.
I believe Punchline's Playhouse is coming up a little bit. We're gonna figure out what to do if you're not an affectionate person. How you can turn that around. I did a little bit. Well, just not a lot. It's connections. There we go. Oh my god, that was so fun.
Okay, so I feel like I'm missing something here. I don't know what it is, but I'm missing something with this. Like, I don't know what to put that she's doing. Should I put what she's doing? Or, I don't know. It's missing. I don't know. I can't seem to be happy with
Maybe
it.
ghosts.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
ghosts?
I don't know. I'm not the creative one here.
I know. But I mean, do you think I need to state what she's going to do? Or,
Well, she's I mean,
I
she'll be
think
talking
they're-
about Casadega. She'll be getting us kind of up with. She'll be doing a reading. So I don't know
What kind of reading?
Psychic breathing.
either that or I don't.
She's gonna call him or she's gonna come?
No, she's coming.
see, that scares me even more.
What?
It's like going into like church, like they're gonna know everything.
Everything. Hi guys, how's everything going? Emmett, we're glad you're with us. Sorry you're not feeling good still, but we're glad you made it.
Is Florentina
yeah.
on Facebook right now?
What?
Is Florentina on Facebook
She
right
was.
now?
She said she had to go to sleep to rest up for tomorrow night. I was like, what the cop
What? What kind of excuse is that?
Check out premierpoodles.com. Wait, that was the first one, remember?
Yes.
Premier
I think
crackers.
Puddles was one of them.
Puddles, poodles, couples.
Autocrat.
Oh, that's a good one.
Turned into
Premier
crackers.
Puddles. I
Premier
like it.
crackers,
You like
and
that?
then my favorite one is Premier puppets.
Yes.
Yeah, damn right, I'm correct. Hey Jody, how you doing? Hi. Good to see
Puddle
you on
cuddles. That's
Yep,
when
yep.
you
the.
fall asleep and hold each other after one of you are in the wet spot.
Then you wake up, you're stuck to the
Yeah,
sheets.
cuddle puddle.
Oh.
Then you tear it off, and then you got
Yeah, tear
burn
the sheet up,
marks.
yeah. You lose a half a layer of skin or so.
Yeah, burn marks.
Good
I
times.
go,
Hey, we're gonna start the show. Einstein's gonna do a story. It'll be great.
Yay. I was so excited about this topic tonight that I had to masturbate before coming in.
Oh,
I don't think anything, the whole being molested thing has anything to do with not being affectionate. I don't think I ever was affectionate, even as a kid. I think it's part of how I was raised and the fact that my family is crazy. But it could be that too. I don't know. I just,
Were you
I
not
have no
coming up?
soul.
Oh.
I have no soul, that's all.
were you breastfed?
I was, I guess. Or
How
I
long?
was, so I was,
Like 4 or 5 year old?
So you were 7?
Yeah.
He's still
so I was told.
Okay, so, for a long time, I wasn't a touchy person either, Punchline, so. Hey, welcome back, Connections, Melissa Fox, and a bunch of people who are having a good time. As I said, I'm Melissa. That was Mr. Punchline. This is Pornstar Pete.
Wow.
See, I knew it, that's him. And, oh, wait. It was you, Lizzie. For a long time, I was not a touchy person at all. I don't like it. I've gotten used to it, but still, there are some people I'm like, sir, the hell away.
Ringo.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just not really huggy, kissy, feely, and it makes me really uncomfortable. And I'm not talking about just sex, but I do know that there are ways to become more affectionate and enjoy it. First of all, we need to recognize how important touch is.
Do you feel guilty that you aren't a touchy-feely person? Because I
Very
find
much.
Yeah.
because I kind of
Yeah.
feel like, oh, I don't want anybody to think that I'm rejecting them except for Punchline. But
Yeah.
I know intentionally you go like, not gonna do it. Yeah, you just
Yeah, why wouldn't I do it?
But then, because
Aw.
I know what it feels like to be rejected, and I don't
Aw.
want somebody else to feel that way. So I actually feel guilty, and then sometimes you'll get a guilt hug out of me.
I know it would really solve a lot of problems.
What?
Not really
You just need
problems,
to just
but
hug and get it over with.
my you know,
No.
my
Ain't
my
gonna
wife
happen.
is that's really all she requires. You know,
Is
is
a
every
hug?
once in a while is to be a little affectionate.
Mm-hmm.
But I get so kind of just caught up in everyday
There you go.
BS that
Yeah,
you
it
just kind of
happens.
lose track.
Lose the focus of it. I get you. Well, you have to realize that when you hug somebody, it releases those endorphins and OxyContin.
But I don't want I'm like, wait a minute.
I was following up until that.
Yeah, you were there. It's oxytocin.
It's like, wow, really?
So hugging really is a good thing because that whole bonding hormone that you release actually keeps your blood pressure lower, and I mean it's good stuff. There are stats out there that'll tell you. I think it's 12 hugs a day, 4 for survival, 8 for emotional strength, 12 hugs a day to really grow and become empowered. I call shenanigans.
I,
Yeah,
I
me
actually get this, but from my son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's extremely affectionate. Before he leaves our room, he'll look at me and say, "I love you," and then if he'll say it to us both, and if one of us don't say it, he requires we both say it.
Now, see,
Yeah.
we say that all the time. If you hang like 2 hours around me and Shrek or Brooke or my parents, you'll hear us say, "Love you, I love you." Or if you listen, like when Devin's in the studio and then we go to leave, "Okay, love you," and we do that. However, but as for the actual touching,
Yeah,
nah.
no.
Yeah, before I
Man.
come here to the studio,
Uh-huh.
I have to go to his bedroom.
Yeah.
And he says, "Okay, love you, Dad, love you too."
Have a good show.
Yeah, and then he'll get my face towards him, and then he'll kiss me. He'll move my hair away because I have longer hair. He'll move my hair away and then
Oh,
kiss
that's-
me on the cheeks, kiss me on the mouth like
Wow.
3 or 4
Is
times.
it wrong that I'm getting hot?
That is wrong. That's
Okay,
very
it is
wrong.
wrong, all
Very
right.
bad. Bad, Melissa.
But it's just it is. It does kind of take away a lot of that. When somebody feels that powerful for you, it's like that's amazing,
Right. Well, it's like you said. What your I think what you said your mom had said that was my thing. Whenever I decided to have kids, I'm just like, I don't ever want something to happen to me, and my kids look back and go, "Well, it was 6 months ago when my mom said I love you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like all the time, like
Yeah.
we'll be driving, like when we were going down to Boston, I'd be like, "Hey babe, love you." And he's like, yeah, babe, I love you too. So it's like it's a constant. Oh, I love you, but that's the most infection you'll get from me.
Iko's listening to us on and watching on Facebook. He said, "I never like to say goodbye. Either I say love you or see you later." Yeah, I'm not one to close things off unless I'm like, "Get out, goodbye."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dana's on with us finally. We were just talking about the Mormons. And Jody as well. How you doing, Jody Adler? Good to have you along. How's the alpha hunt going? Anyone? We finding alphas out there?
Yeah. Where's Braid?
You're precarious. He's on that too. So, how to be more affectionate? Force yourself. Deliberately hug people and show affection. Just try it, okay? For those of you that are not a touchy people, that you're forcing yourself.
How about drumping their leg? Is that good?
You're forcing me to hug, and I'm okay with it actually.
Really, you have to make a point to do it sometimes, okay? It'll happen. It's better, you hug some people, don't be overly touchy. That's me now. I'll hug a few people. Anyway, ask yourself though, why don't you like it? Why don't you like to touch people? Why? I mean, I know some people aren't touchy. I get it. I know why. I have problems with touch and smell. And, going in the soap aisle of the grocery store is overwhelming to me. All the different smells, textures, clothing, some stuff I can't wear because it just really drives me nuts. Don't like some people because of how they smell. You smell like you.
You smell like onions.
I first
I like that
noticed.
smell.
You like
I
that?
first noticed it because, and it was quite recently. Cool Whip Alley is very touchy feely,
Mm-hmm.
and she went and grabbed my shoulder at some point, and I kind of jerked away, like
A
I was
flinch.
That's
yeah, a
me.
flinch,
A
like it
flinch.
almost got me
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm like, well, what's wrong with me? I act
That's-
like a skittish cat.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I was getting to was the fact that don't you feel guilty at times because you don't want to make somebody feel like they weren't worth that touch or they weren't worth that closeness to you.
Well, how about like Howie Mandel? He has the OCD and all that and crap really bad. He doesn't like to shake people's hands. He would rather hug them because there's less germ in his mind, I guess. There's less germ exchange.
That's stupid.
It is stupid. It's almost as stupid as when that neurovirus and all that crap was going around. There were some people that just touch elbows instead of hands. Okay, that's just case.
I just tell people I don't have a soul, so.
Stop it. But you do have to figure out why. I mean, you say I'm not a touchy person. I'm not a touchy person. I don't like it. But maybe it causes panic or discomfort or anxiety with you. If that's the case, it doesn't mean that you're neurotic or something's wrong with you per se.
Yes.
But if it's a big issue, maybe you should look into it. Pray out the uncomfortable. So anyway, try. Most people, even if you're not touchy, you can learn to touch people or at least try to deal with it a little bit. Start small and hold your husband's hand.
Hey.
Cuddle with your kid, and then build up to the big hug. Seriously, really pray and talk to someone about it, man, because you got some issues.
It's true.
Okay, so have you ever had to teach yourself anyone to be touchy, or you have a kid, or a husband
Yes.
who's not that way?
Well, with my son, it started off when from day one. I was extremely affectionate with him, but it was easy because he was a defenseless baby. As he got older, I got less affectionate.
Okay,
He
thank
got
you.
more affectionate.
I thought I was the only one. It's like once they turn about 2-3 years old, I'm like, boom, that's it. I'm done hugging you.
No more hugs for
I'm
you.
done. That's it.
Clean your own diaper too.
So he makes me feel guilty sometimes because he requires a lot of it, and it's not like I don't want to give it to him because I do. It's just I don't think of it first.
Yeah.
So he tells me I love you a lot more than I say it to him, and I'll always say it back. But to be the first one, it's kind of important to some people. He gets us every time. He's quick with it. He says it every day.
Yeah, I do that though. That's my thing. Is I do say I love you all the time, but the actual touching part.
Yeah, I always get to the I love you too.
I don't
Yeah.
even say
I'm
that.
always the
Yeah.
second
Ditto.
guy.
Missy says it's raining down in the neighborhood. She's worried about the homeless guy who sleeps outside.
She's
Ah,
always
bring him
worried
in.
about that guy.
Bring him in, it'll be okay.
Yeah, bring him in the house.
What's the worst that can happen? Bring
Make
in a
him a good
homeless
guy.
guy into the house.
It'll be a home soon enough. Jeez, that doesn't sound good at all.
You're welcome.
Please support our sponsors, yourcomputersolutions.net, stagesoflifevitamins.com, and of course, Premier Puppets. I don't know, damn autocorrect.
Puddles.
Premier Puddles, Premier Crackers.
Punchlines Playhouse.
I know, right? That's
Yeah.
next. Oh God. Strap down, Punchlines Playhouse is next on Connections. Oh no.
This is Connections. Broadcasting live
Ooh, yeah.
at 9:10 Eastern. Connections
Sorry,
is
Phil.
relationships.
That's your mic, right? Yeah. That's just,
Still so funny to me.
what did
Sorry.
they always say to girls?
Still just cracks me up.
Tommy keeps getting kicked out. Hey Joel, how you doing? Joel. I don't even see you, Joel. Where am I looking?
30 years ago, Michael Jackson's
Yeah.
You Know I'm Bad, I'm Bad
You know I'm black. I'm black. Oh, I'm
video
white
actually
now.
premiered on, guess what channel?
MTV?
No,
Fox,
CBS.
CBS. Oh no, Fox was the other one.
What?
That
Really?
5-minute one where he grabbed his crotch and broke the car. Is that black and white? Is it that one or was it black and white? That wasn't making me feel it. That was
That was the one where he was like, that's,
Something's coming through.
I think it was me, because I was too close to the mic.
Well,
Take your
Mr.
headphones off and set them down.
Starlight, man, take your headphones
Yeah,
off
take
and
your
set them
headphones
down.
off.
Dude, remember how you do it? You go.
yeah.
No, we won't do that.
Please don't ever. Very distracting. No, the reason my hair's still up like this is I had to look like a girl for a little while. today.
Aw, you're so cute.
I know. I even pulled down like my little hair wig, see my little earwig hairs on the
Earwigs.
side. I was like, because otherwise they go boing straight out, and then I sort of have that Professor Brown. What is it, Professor Brown, Doc Brown from the from Back to the Future. Right after the side.
Let me tell you a little disadvantage of a man having long hair. Went on a trip with my dad, and we stopped at a restroom bathroom, and when I was, he was with my sister-in-law. And when I was coming back, apparently, he said, "Why is that girl coming out of the man's bathroom?"
Did you have a goat?
He just saw the back of me.
Oh,
So he thought I was a girl. My father thought I was a chick.
Well, you know.
Oh, that's sad.
Man pretty. I tell him I'm man pretty.
Man, frick.
Yeah, I remember. Most definitely.
And then when my son was born, he had these beautiful flowing locks in the back, and he was man pretty himself. A lot of people thought he was a girl, so I had to cut his curls.
Aw.
I did that twice when I was at Walmart talking to kids. They have these little boys with those long hair, and you can't tell. You really can't tell nowadays. Boy,
But he had
girl.
such big,
Yep, and
like,
big
long
eyelashes.
eyelashes.
And all that.
It's
Damn it!
like,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember.
he's beautiful.
Yeah.
But I had to cut it because I could see why, they get a
Ooh,
little
y'all would
confused.
be driving home with some mess up there. You can hear some. Lisa says it's storm. Lizzie says I'm checking the maps right now.
No, I'm
Just as
trying
long
to
as
get
it's
this
fine
right.
Saturday morning because we have a football
There,
game
better.
with the little one.
Better, yeah or nay?
Oh, I like
This
that.
one I can kind of give it up on.
It's fine.
What do you think,
It's good.
Punchline? Yay
Yeah.
or nay?
Good
I like
point,
it. I like
Crust.
Like it? Alright, thanks. I'm gonna go through and redo our, get rid of the WTKS and stuff. Yes?
Yeah.
The
It's fine.
WTF.
Yeah, right? Okay, Stone, I'm just gonna, let's look at the Doppler.
What's that to say?
What's the Doppler saying here? Give us a look at this.
Edward Munch,
Munch? Oh, I
the
love the
famous
original.
painting, The Scream,
Oh,
was
that was the one
stolen.
that was stolen. They didn't find it. It was good condition when they did find it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they found it today, 11 years ago.
the screen.
It was missing for 2 years.
Ah.
I always thought that was alien.
Yeah, it was pretty strange.
Looked alien to me. Oh, that's a big one. That's a nice little stone we got there, you know? Tampa.
42-year-old prostitute was found stabbed in London. One of the first,
Ripper.
Jack the Ripper, one of the, his first murder. That was in 1888.
Telling you.
It's been a while.
They thought he was some kind of doctor or something. That's the theory.
That's right. I let them talk the whole way through that one, and then I just I let them talk.
It's all of a sudden, turn the mic on.
I was
And
like,
we're
yeah,
like,
we'll just start the show. It'll be great. So there we go. We're starting the show. No, we're not starting. I mean, we're coming back from break, which is the show is Connection, and it's time for Punchline to do whatever it is that
Punchline does.
Punchline does. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
so this is called the Bad Clue Massacre. I'm going to give you a bunch of kind of vague clues about
Did you do that?
a person, and you have to guess who the person is.
What kind of person is that? Be like a celebrity? We doing 20 questions? What?
I'm just going to keep on rattling
Make
off
sure you're
some
talking to the
clues.
microphone while you're rattling off.
Can you give us multi-choice? I try to tell you guys this, and you guys don't ever do that for me, and so therefore I can't guess anything.
Oh, that's the
Sorry.
Lake County learning curve, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, actually, what it is I listen to the reflection in your voice, and I can usually nail it every time.
It's not reflection.
What is
Lake
it?
County.
What
It's
is
inflection.
Oh.
The reflection of her. I don't know. How does
Voice
that?
and sound,
I got nothing.
infection, it's
You're
all the
welcome.
same.
Inflection, infection, retraction.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, there's this guy, all right? He's got these friends and they follow him around. They drink a lot of wine. They go to a lot of weddings.
Puff Daddy.
They go to a lot of weddings. He got into some trouble with the local police and stuff like that, and they killed him. Okay? A lot of people followed him around that said he's still alive.
Uh-huh.
Elvis.
Tupac.
He's got a lot of buildings that are
Rockefeller.
in his name. A lot of different people have buildings in his name. He got like 12. He had these 12 friends that followed him around. One of
Jesus.
them, yes.
Very good. It's a go all right. No, I got it.
I got it with 12. When he said 12, I'm like,
Yes, 12
okay.
friends.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm sorry, we're talking to each other. Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, you should get me. You said, I don't know.
Okay.
Come on.
There's this guy.
Do you not know the
He's-
answer?
I know the answer. I'm just trying to think of. All right, there's this guy, and he's famously quoted as saying, "Hey, I'm okay to drink. I'm okay to drive. Okay, I've been drinking a little bit. Me and my my brother's employee, we're gonna go out on the drive. We're going over a bridge and see, if we can make it over there. Nothing funny going on.
They're fun.
Nothing funny going on. But
Brokeback.
Ted, you were right.
I know, Chappaquiddick, Ted Kennedy.
Nice.
I knew what I said a while ago, but I just didn't say anything. So he said my brother, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
No,
brother.
no, no, no. All right, come on.
God was talking to me in this cave, and he told me a whole bunch of stuff.
Moses.
And no, in a cave, and
He was
Sorry,
in the cave.
my bad.
and he sent an angel to talk to me, and he told me a whole bunch of stuff. I wrote it down,
Joe.
and a lot of people
Jim
Are killed.
Morrison.
killed in my name. No pictures, please. Yes.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about Muhammad earlier.
That's why I got it. I figured out that was in the bag somewhere.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you're right.
I killed him.
James Dean.
No.
No, I mean, that's what your wife was saying. That I killed him. Okay, I don't know.
Come on. I
Oh,
killed.
Mark
oh.
David Chapman. That's really. That's really. All right.
John
John Lennon. Okay.
Yeah.
Wanna.
Really. Water. Really.
Come on. You
Whitney Houston.
no.
You
should know
too
this
much
one.
water.
Well, I was thinking when she was in the bathtub.
No. I had I'm blind and deaf and
Oh,
dumb.
Helen
my
Keller.
God.
Yeah.
She was not dumb. You just said she
The-
was dumb.
Dumb was an old
And he said
fashioned.
she couldn't speak.
She couldn't speak.
Mute.
Just
Huge.
saying.
They even put it in the census.
Yes,
Mhm. Yeah, you
exactly.
can't really dispute that one. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. but-
I don't know where my kid is.
Casey
I-
Anthony.
All right. That was good. Yeah, we're playing the Punchlines Playhouse. It's definitely not Pee-wee, so wow. John Lennon, you were close. I'm just looking. Everyone's got autocorrect problems going on. Hey, you guys need to reload Facebook, I guess, because everyone's having trouble. They're kicking them off. It's all your fault. I blame you, Pete.
I only said Rothschild. God,
No,
Down
Damn
again.
it.
Again. Is that it? You got one more? What? We done?
I got one more.
I don't know why I did that. I'm a glutton
Right.
for punishment.
It's gonna be big.
huge,
It's gonna be exciting.
Huge.
It's gonna be huge.
It's Trump.
Yeah.
Hey.
I could tell by his hand gestures
Yeah.
who that was.
It's gonna be
Very
huge.
grandiose.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, man. All right, we'll let you slide. Your Joe Jackson one was better earlier. Last night,
Yeah.
I get that. He likes to post these inane lyrics from obscure people.
Seven horses seem to be on the mark.
That's just
Is that what's been going on?
Yeah.
I thought he was just delusional or schizophrenic.
Yeah, he's a little odd. So we're talking about touchy, and why. Now stop that. On the corner of my eyes, I am like, touch himself.
No, I'm trying to get away.
So we're going to talk about, and the struggle is real, but apparently some people are distant, but secretly, even though they seem distant, they're really affectionate. So we're going to talk about
This
that.
could be me.
It might be.
Maybe.
So that's going to come up. We also have our weekly artist of the week,
One last.
sexy artist of the day. I don't know what happened. And one last embrace. We're enjoying the courtesy of the Queen of the Scene screams. I don't know.
Oh, yesterday after that, because we played the song and it seemed a little more mild than the rest.
Mhm.
She's like, "Oh, you should have waited till the next one.
See,
It's about to blow up."
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I just couldn't wait any longer. I'm like, it's gotta. All right, so we'll. Shh, I don't want to tell anything. No more secrets. All right, we'll be right back. You stay right there. It's Connections.
I'm surprised you didn't get the first one. The first one was pretty obvious in a way.
If I can say anything about Real Radio, okay?
Yeah, you're on.
Real Radio, and that's what I'm talking about Facebook, because there's been quite a few people this week that I've noticed who've asked,
This is
we're
the
looking
same
for
thing.
Real Radio. Why are you guys on Real Radio? But I mean, that's good that now they know to switch over to Facebook to try to find us now. So I think that's
I
awesome.
think we
Yeah.
established that pretty good. Hey guys, how we doing? Andrew's texting me during the show.
I'm not doing anything.
Oh, no, no, Lizzie, that looks really good, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. You guys are the best.
Yeah, yeah, it's storming like motherfucker right there.
It sounds like it.
You.
I wondered why. Well, I guess he's gone now. That's what I wondered why Ferris camped out in here to begin with.
Yeah, because you're the queen of treats. That's why.
So the Linda Nunez, she'll be in tomorrow. She believes there is a ghost in this house.
Yikes.
So we're gonna get to the bottom of that
Hell
tomorrow,
yeah.
hopefully, and maybe get some insight from Florentina.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe she can figure out what's going on here. And we're gonna have Linda in, so Linda will be able to talk about a lot of that stuff on what's been going on and what makes her think that there's a ghost. Me, I don't believe in ghosts. I'm skeptical. Now it doesn't mean I can't change my mind, because I'm willing to learn.
Do you believe in spirits, though?
No,
You don't ever feel that your mom's around you or anything, or helping you being your guardian angel or anything?
never.
No, I mean, I'm just asking
Yeah,
because, like, I know when my grandmother's around me is I can actually smell her. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, it's
the only time I
it's-
sense it even a little bit is when I'm masturbating, which is. Why are you watching?
Stop looking at me like that.
Why are you using both hands? Who says it? Who's saying it?
That was awesome.
They're both tired. They're trying to give him like 50-50, you know?
I don't want
He
to. I don't want to
switches
be
off.
jacked on one arm. It's like,
Trying to be double bucked, you know?
it's like, why you're on this one. This one is
Oh,
all leaves.
muscle.
Yeah.
I thought you were a lefty.
When did you learn how to do things with your right hand? Son, I am
That's
proud
a
of
good way to
you.
learn.
Oh yeah, I can throw a fastball with both hands.
So do you think that we're gonna get that category 3 hurricane or no?
Maybe.
Again, what I read from where that's coming from is 15% that
Cause I didn't,
will get hit by it,
we haven't
that's
seen
right.
especially
it.
at this distance.
Yeah,
It's got so much room to move. so.
Cause we were up at camp, so I didn't get to track Harvey's run. Cause usually you can kind of, once you have the one, then you can kind of guess where everything's gonna be going from the rest of the season. But I didn't see any of that, so that's why I'm asking, is this following the same path as Harvey did, or where did
No.
Harvey come from, like
Look,
South
Yeah, I think
Africa
it
or
was.
anything, or
I
South
think it
America,
was.
or?
South Africa.
Yeah, and
Usually
they
comes from
say in the beginning
Cape.
of
Okay.
hurricane season, they'll mostly come from the Gulf of Mexico and that way.
Right,
And then the latter part of the hurricane season, they start shooting off Africa.
right,
Mhm.
okay, that's what I was wondering.
The crazy one was Katrina because it went like this. It kind of did these
Yeah.
loop to loops.
So it's
Yeah, that
really
was
crazy
crazy.
for the people in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were really happy. Lisa sounds really good. She's in there watching and listening.
Excellent.
Yay.
Said
She
she'll
the
try to
best.
come in tomorrow for a little while. It's just probably gonna be tired. Why don't you believe in the ghosts or deities or whatever? You don't believe in God, you can't believe in ghosts? I don't know about that.
Well, you got me there, because I
Yeah.
am skeptical of both.
Uh-huh.
The Connections, weeknights at 10 Eastern on the Connections Radio Network at connectionshow.com.
I didn't see that coming. Ooh, welcome back to Connections. What's up? Oh yeah. So I love this. I love this song.
I like how they spell delight.
Delight.
Yes.
Mm.
It's my song back in the day.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that takes me back to clubbing back in the days. So people sometimes seem distant, but are secretly very affectionate.
Hmm.
Who knew? I bet Porn Star Pete knew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I could be a little bit this way.
You know,
Maybe more than I'd like to admit.
you're right. People assume maybe you're not publicly affectionate with someone you're dating. Maybe that means you're not really into them, and that's probably maybe never the case with some people who just
Yeah.
don't warm up to people really good. So.
Yeah, but whether you're crazy in love or not, I mean, maybe you're just not a fan of frequent public affection.
Well, that's part of it. It's like when we, when we go places together and stuff, if she's talking to somebody, I feel confident and comfortable enough to walk away
Yeah,
and
that's
do
me.
my own thing. So, a lot of people might missee that as,
Yeah.
it's not spent, but it's because,
Yeah.
I completely trust, not only, how she is with the whoever person she's talking to, but that she can handle herself.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
That's the way it was whenever Shrek and I, when we were first
Oh.
married. It's like we would go to like 8 Seconds or Cowboys, and he does not dance, and I'm out on the floor dancing with every guy there is because he knew he was coming home and with me. So, amen.
time of my life.
Pretty much. I love to dance, but dadgummit, he literally has 2 left feet. He's like, I don't even know why I got 2 left feet.
So a lot of people might think you're distant, but you're secretly affectionate, especially when you're in a relationship and maybe you're happy with that 5 minutes of cuddling and then back to sleep,
There you
suddenly
go.
moving over to the other side, getting enough space.
Mhm.
And maybe you wake up in the morning and you're on the other side of the bed, almost hugging the wall, riding that seam, on the side.
That happens more times than I like to admit.
You gotta remind yourself, hey, there's somebody over there. And yes, you love them and certainly you're attracted to them, but when you're sleeping, boy, you can't help doing what you're doing.
It's the hugging pillow. I'm blaming her for this hugging
Oh,
pillow.
the damn body
See,
pillows are the worst.
Yeah, see, I have a pillow, but see, that's because my hips are so wide that I have to put a pillow
Breathing
between my
hips,
legs.
got them
That's it.
breather hips.
Birthing.
That's it.
Yep, I'm bursting hips. Why the front, boy? So,
You know why.
Maybe you had an experience or two fueled by alcohol where you're surprisingly affectionate with your significant other and your friends were all like laughing at you. And now they bring it up constantly, you know, like, oh my God, it was that one time.
You got really drunk and you were hugging her, and it doesn't happen either.
How about when you were affectionate in front of your friends because they were smitten with your significant other? And you weren't drunk or anything, but you're like, sorry, not sorry, this is mine. You gotta,
I don't have that.
gotta mark your
Nope.
territory.
Nope.
Okay.
My territory's already been marked.
Yeah. So maybe you're fine when people show a little public affection, right? Most of the time, oh, let's see. But you're just not a fan of people slobber all over each other, right?
That makes me sick.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
Good for you.
Put it back in your
Yay.
pants.
And when I'm talking about slobbering, it's like in malls and movie theaters and, you know, lovesick teenager hangouts. So there you are, you're running some errands, you go to see a new movie or something, and you're surrounded by a bunch of kids in braces trying to suck each other's faces up.
Yeah. You got herpes too, buddy. You got herpes too.
Yep,
It's a
yep.
cold sore.
Share it. How about you're not much of a hugger, as we talked about, like punchline, not a good hugger. So usually when you go to say goodbye, you sort of throw up a wave, like maybe the back it out handshake, sort of. That's what Lizzie does. Hey,
It's like I can smell it fixing to happen. And I'm like, go, goodbye.
Deuces.
No, you will never get a hug from me, trust me.
That's all right. You guys stop hating on it. So yeah, sometimes I go in for that hug though, and you're like trying to just like wave it off. Next thing you know, it's this awkward thing of head bang. Ow, sorry. Oh, you feel like you died inside a little bit.
Already
The
dead
hardest-
inside. I
the
can't
hard-
die anymore inside.
The hardest is family holiday parties.
Oh, look at that one aunt that pinches cheeks and
Oh.
someone grabs your ass or holds you too long.
It's
Our
okay,
sits on
she's
your
dead
lap.
now.
Our problem in our family is it's so big
Yeah,
that you're
hugging.
like, oh man, I gotta say goodbye to 28
It's like
people.
the freaking Waltons, man, saying
Yeah.
goodnight at your house. You know? But I hugged you already. I know, but they're still hugging, so hug again.
Oh,
No, you get one.
By the time you're done, it's like you're ready for another
Shower.
drink.
Or you're trying to figure out, did you hug that person? And then they give you that guilt look like,
I always find an order. I've always found an order. It's kind of like you go to the furthest person away from your car,
Right,
and then
work
you
your way
work your
home.
way
to the door.
to
I got everybody.
Yep, out of here. Yeah, I'm done. So yeah, that's a lot of touching and so little of the time period, especially with family parties. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right, man. The hugging, the kissing, and then more people come, and more hugging and kissing, another whole round when you're ready. to
And this
leave.
is another reason why I've completely shut off my family up north.
So, I'm sure it was because they're all huggy and cutting and kissing.
No, I don't want
herpes
any of
and
that.
Simplex too.
Right? So you love your family, right? You love your family, but you don't want to throw out "I love you" a lot. You really don't, because I feel like it loses its value. At least with me, the more that you're, "I love you, I love you, I love you," I'm like, see you later, and a bunch of other letters. So when it comes to someone that you're dating, you know, that first time. Wow, that's an experience, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, literally, you word vomit. What's your pizza word vomiter? You start throwing out weird statements, making strange sounds and noises. Whoop, no. It sort of sounds like
I
a.
love
I
it.
love you.
I love it.
Are you gonna say it? Aren't you? Are you gonna say it?
I have a hard time saying the
I
V.
love you. Are you gonna say that?
Yeah, see, I'll hear the loves ya. And I'm like, what is that?
I try to almost straight up like love you.
All it is.
How
I love you.
Well, it's now.
forced it out. Ugh.
Yeah, first time out, it's like a strangled balloon as it's losing its air.
Especially if you're reading porn star Pete's face and you
Oh.
go, love you. And he's going,
That's all you get. Yeah, and it's pretty awkward sometimes, isn't it, right? Someone you love is hurting. We talked about this, and they want that protective hug, that loving, caring side of you to show.
and then how long
Nope.
do you, like, then how long do you hold and then comfort them? I hate that.
It depends. I'm much more comforting and that kind of bedside manner thing in the morning. By the end of the day, I'm like, go away. Just I I just don't have it in me, just.
I find 3 pats is good, you know?
Oh, yeah,
But
One,
I'm
two,
a patter.
Is it, head, top of the head? I think it's condescending.
Yeah.
Okay, that's me, like, you'll be okay, pat them like a dog.
You no, girl.
Or good
See,
girl.
people do, I guess because I'm short, everybody
Oh,
does that to me.
well,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, you'll be alright.
Also rest their drinks on your head, just because you're
No, it's my
short.
chest.
Oh, well, that's good. So, I get it. Wow, you guys are weird. Anyway, it's exhausting trying to, like, pay attention to people's reactions and make sure that you don't come off as uncaring or a cold ass bitch. But
See,
sometimes it just happens, man. I mean, these people are like, oh, I had such a bad day, and I just need a, I don't know.
I'm
and I'm
lefty.
usually like,
You know what?
don't
I'm
be
lefty,
such a
so I don't know
wuss.
when to come in, you know, which side to go in.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, that,
sometimes it's,
hit the head nod. I've seen that, the head
The
bang.
headband,
Yeah,
the bouncing, it's like
The bouncing.
dodgeball, it's like playing chicken.
Yeah.
With the hug.
So much for the let's not be awkward when we
Right,
do this.
right. Although I will say, if you want to have a thing punchline, awkward embraces can basically be your thing.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause it's-
sure. I've
The way
seen
you
her try to
dance.
hug people.
Yeah,
I don't hug people, people hug me.
yeah,
I
it's
just sort of like,
exactly. It is. It's
Alright.
like hugging a weird oak.
it's like hugging a tree.
Cactus.
Yeah, more like a cactus. But just do me a favor and bend like into a C, as in opposed to pushing your chest into people. Like that's just not what it is.
We're gonna have one day where we're just gonna have a hour of just
No, see,
everybody's gonna take
people-
turns hugging Mr.
People
Punchline.
like
No.
to
Yeah.
hug me. I don't know what it is, but people
You're
like.
cuddly.
Oh,
look
you
very
nice.
you
nice
got
and
that.
warm.
She's got that cute little oompa loompa. Come
Yeah.
here, you Miss
Oh,
Butterworth.
it's like.
It's like I've been through war today. There's nothing more than I would like to just kind of rest my head in her bosom.
Oh, yeah, so you go
They're
again.
comfortable. I don't know what to tell you.
And get a pat on the head, you know, it's gonna be okay.
So
Again, I grew up with, you know, my grandfather. Yeah, no, my grandfather. I watched my friend die in the war. Go away. Stop being such a wuss.
Nice.
Sounds like Teddy Lou Chan from Stand By Me.
Oh, don't put Teddy.
My father was stormed the beach in Normandy.
Burn my ear in the stone. Shut up.
Yes, that was awesome.
He's a hero. He's a hero. You don't know.
He's a
You don't know.
Yeah, he did. So I ran into these guys down at my liquor tasting down there in the celebration area, and they were producing some show probably for BET or something. I said, so is it like a bunch of artists from nowadays? And they went, nah, it's some old people we never heard of. I was like, okay, you know, and Polo, you know, every one of them. He goes, yeah, it's Cameo and some guy named Morris Day, and like, what?
What?
How do you not know Morris
Oh,
Day?
what?
I knew Cameo, but not Morris.
The time,
The
oh.
Oh, okay.
He's doing it again.
Yeah.
The punchline. Oh, we've got our Artist of the Week coming up. One last embrace, the news thing. More fun than you can handle. It's relationship radio. It's connections.
Oh yeah.
This is Connections. Connections is Relationship Radio.
Interactive.
Amazing.
What kind of storm do we have
I
kicking?
don't just have
Holy
Bob
Jesus.
and I were the stages of Lifetime.
Yeah.
There's a lot of purple. That's scary.
Do you remember when that tornado went through like the Winter Garden area?
Yeah.
We were at a movie theater watching
Twister.
Wedding Singer.
Really?
Wedding Singer.
Uh,
And we didn't know anything.
Wow.
We basically, when we drove out, I think we were following behind it.
Like, what
It's
the
like everything
fuck?
was no traffic.
it didn't
Power
suck
lines were down.
everybody out.
It was dark everywhere. It's like,
Oh,
What?
my
the hell
What
is
happened
happening
here?
here? That
That's
movie
funny.
was, you know, it even noticed a little, you know, but it just didn't click because when you're in a movie theater, you don't.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
no,
know
yeah,
something
it
about
sounds like,
what
yeah.
it is.
441 Union Park. Lake Walk.
My nephew, that tornado actually skipped over his house. It hit the house in between him
Ah, that's crazy.
where he was staying.
Crazy. Hope you guys are enjoying what we're putting on here for you tonight. We've been having a good time doing it. Oh, well, let's see. Braid is now John's godson. Missing my sister. John, what are you doing? Tommy's still having trouble getting kicked off. Who gets my comedy and not that smart?
I think he might be getting kicked off a little bit more today because we just looked at the map and we're getting smacked with a pretty bad storm
Yeah.
right now.
It's very fierce out there.
Yeah.
Emmett, you said, frankly, the phrase supernatural really annoys me. There's nothing supernatural about the ghost of Fiorello LaGuardia coming to talk to you for 2 hours in the middle of the night. If he does, you had better listen. It's definitely important. If he's taking the time to talk with you, dead people are far busier than the living. All right, Emmett, what meds are you on, man?
Can we have some?
Please share.
Emmett's tripping balls, man. Tripping
Yeah.
balls.
I don't even know
I
why.
was gonna say, it's coming. It's trying real hard to be crazy.
Oh, Lucy might have to stick with us for a little bit longer tonight.
Not bad.
I'm sitting back going, "Hell,
I'll get my feet wet. I ain't got no problem.
She'll take her chance with the lightning.
Yeah, right.
And the car is fully solid, so it's not going anywhere.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's a lot of noise. I'll tell you that much.
We're coming up with the featured artist, sexy artist of the week, One Last Embrace. We've been playing them thus so far. They've been really, really, really good. Kind of get a hardcore Amy Lee feel to it.
Yeah,
Hard
Evanescence, but like updated Evanescence.
Yes, it's very. I love it. It's good. It's really good.
How you doing, Biko? You enjoying what we're putting on here? Hope you had a great birthday, my brother from another mother. Oh.
Shout out to Queen of the Scene for bringing us this music.
Shout out to Queen.
Angelina Lopez, I know the singer of the One Last Embrace, has been
yes.
watching the show here and there. We appreciate that. We love the partnership with our musical artists. And we only feature the best.
Yeah.
They gotta be
Only,
good.
they gotta be outstanding.
I mean,
Yep.
we don't judge or
No
anything.
judging. It's no judging zone. But you gotta be really good.
But you gotta be good.
This is like over the top of us right now.
Yeah, I know. If you look at the Doppler, yeah, it's pretty ugly.
It is very.
You're not going anywhere. You know she will. Seriously, get out there.
Yeah.
Bitch, I've been
We're
in
not
I always say, why do you walk?
If it is already wet, like, Lake Stony Ridge out there,
Yeah.
make sure that you go far towards the basketball hoop.
Somehow I thought you were gonna say like Houston, and I was like, well, damn.
Yeah, go to Houston. No. But what I'm saying is, yeah, just walk
Yeah.
far over, because otherwise it'll just sink. Takes a while to drain. And no, I don't want to hear about it at Brent. Everybody always wants to give me suggestions. Hey,
Nope. Got nothing.
here's an idea.
Got nothing.
No thanks.
Yeah, so thank you.
Does anybody know what the hell is going on?
I do.
Crotchless 50. Time now for our sexy artist of the week. On Connections.
Oh, boogity. Dance if you want to. Oh, wow. That is the whitest video. I'm watching it play back on the Facebook feed. I'm doing bullwinkle and you're doing some sort of shimmy, cocoa. So, One Last Embrace, they are the band of the week, the money moment right here. They're out of South Florida. We got a lot of gigs going on down there. They'll be up here in October. We hope to have them stop by the studios or Connection Show. And we're going to listen to Clocks tonight, is that right? That's the one you picked out? Last night's song I thought was a little slow. We just didn't let it kick in, apparently. I knew it. So we're going to jump in a little bit on this one. And it's One Last Embrace. The song is called Clocks. Try to go in. from Mechanical Hearts. This is One Last Embrace. The song is called Clocks. They're the artists of the week here at Connections. One Last Embrace on Facebook.com as well. I like it.
Yes.
Good stuff.
That was awesome.
Pretty good. What do you think there, Lizzie?
I like it.
I saw
I
you
like
rock
it a lot.
Every night I've been bobbing my head, boy, and it wasn't for extracurricular activities.
Hello, I knew what she was saying. I let her go there anyway.
You're welcome.
Damn it. It's time for the news thing. You picked out an interesting story today about people having sex. I gotta go find it again. But I'm trying, everything's locking up all of a sudden. No, show, don't let it end, don't let it end. No.
Oh, your screen just went black.
Yeah, I know. You saw
I
it.
could see your face.
Mm-hmm. It's alright, I'm trying to get it. Yeah, everything just went dump. Okay. Alright, so there was a story about people having sex. That's always my favorite story. What's gonna happen? Did you find it?
I do have it.
Okay, go ahead. Just give us the synopsis. Don't read the whole damn thing.
Okay, basically, there was a bunch of people at a golf course, and they came across man and woman on the the green,
Lane. Yeah.
fair lane or the green or whatever. I don't do golfing.
Fairway. whatever.
Fairway, and they were going at it, and then they got arrested for indecent exposure, and they were having intercourse on the 8th hole.
The eighth
You have
hole.
8 holes.
Well, I'm just like,
Dude,
I
the
thought you
eighth
said
hole.
a-hole.
Called the eighth hole.
4, 5,
Maybe he
Wow.
was. He was giving it
6,
to her the 8th hole. I don't
7.
know.
Oh, yeah, women do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 8 holes. I just gotta figure out which one's the 8th one.
There's 5. There's
See,
6, 7.
2,
There's 7 on your
4.
head right there.
5.
Was she
Yeah.
pointing at her chin?
There's 2 eye sockets.
Yeah, not
That's
the eye
4,
socket.
5,
I
6,
gotta
7.
draw a limit.
You gotta draw a
You
limit.
poke your eye out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this disturbs me. The story. It's out of Oregon. The problem is that neighbors got annoyed because all day, all night barking. Couple had 6 dogs, so the neighbors took them to court, and the court ordered that the owners must surgically debark the dog.
Oh.
Have you ever heard a dog
Yeah,
like
it's
that? Yes.
ridiculous.
It's horrible.
Basenji's.
Or-
Yep.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
But it's barbaric. But I don't know. How do you turn the neighbor? Return them to peace. How do you get quiet? I mean, you know.
You let them eat the neighbor.
See, then if you get the barkless dogs, they have that little thing.
It's really extreme, though, don't you think? Cutting the dog's vocal cords. Come on, man. I mean, if you were the judge, what would you do? You wouldn't. I mean, they own the house. You make them move, order the dogs to be done, construct a house for them. Maybe the dogs would definitely
Put duct
noise.
tape. No, don't do that.
Stop leaving the bitches outside all damn day and all
Yes.
damn night.
Yeah,
There
that
you
would be
go,
that would be it.
exactly.
Right. I mean,
Bitches.
Take care of your dogs.
female dog. The end. That was for him.
That was actually funny.
Yes, the end.
Yeah. That was. So
Sorry.
yeah. So gas is up to $2.49 here in Florida.
Yep, I just filled my
It's
truck
Trump's
up
fault.
too. I just
Isn't that
It's
what we do?
not Trump's
Isn't
fault.
that what we do every
I
4 years?
know it's
Yes,
Yeah.
every 4 years we pick on the president.
Trump's fault. Trump did it. He did it.
It's Bush's fault.
It's a bonus.
Okay, the front of the Starburst candy bag says, and it's $2.49 at the drugstore, right? Okay, and on the bag it says that there are 130 calories per serving. Now, the
Is that like a-
nutritional panel on the bag though said they were 140. So a guy sued. Hey, clearly you're screwed
Oh
up
my
by
God.
10 calorie difference. I say give him $2.50 and let him be on his way.
I say put them to sleep.
Yeah.
Get gas instead.
Hell. Spiders. By the way, did you know it's spider invasion season?
Spider.
Yeah.
invasions.
While you're sleeping, spiders invade.
Uh,
Keep them out of your house, and by all means, keep them out of your ears.
Ah, stop.
Like a gecko.
With the gecko. Hey, and say, rest assured, spiders are already in the house. They're in
Yeah.
your house.
Yeah,
okay?
we have wood, the big wood
They
spiders.
will
so
bite you. It's the brown recluse.
Yeah.
You must be really careful.
My wife got it from a brown recluse. Bad.
Oh, I know.
Very bad.
man.
They also have the black widows in Florida.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
little spiky looking round eggs. If
Oh,
you
dear.
see those are actually brown, not
Is that what
recluse,
those are? Because
but
I found
brown
them in the back.
widow.
I found them in the back. Are they
Yeah.
poisonous?
They're brown
So
widow,
like
they're not
what?
recluse.
I mean, they're double. That's double the
Yeah.
size, and then they got the little
And
white
little
little dots
spikes,
on them.
little spikes on the
I
outside.
thought she was gonna tell us
Nah,
they tasted like caviar.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need, you
got
need,
that.
you need to get rid of them because they're the Florida version of the brown.
That
not
doesn't
black.
make me happy. Okay, every once in a while there's a crime lead, you're scratching your head wondering what the hell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this one comes out of Orange County, California. Break in at a mega church. Now, I would assume a mega church probably has a lot of coins somewhere, but not right there. But how these boys, brothers, ended up naked and in a standoff with the police, I don't understand. And they had a fake,
Father Dwyer.
dude, they had a fake gun. Okay, they really didn't even vandalize the place, but brothers, naked.
Why?
I don't know. I got nothing. Can you explain it?
We're happy and we're singing and brother.
We're naked.
Father Dwyer.
I admit it. You're right. Guys, thanks a lot for joining us again tonight. Lizzie?
Yep, good night.
Okay, she's out like by
Quarantine tomorrow.
Yeah, can't wait.
Thanks for listening. Love you. Mean it.
Oh, Lizzie, I need you for a few minutes.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed what we did for you tonight. Thank you so much. Sorry the feed kept taking a dump on us, but
We love you. That's me trying to be affectionate. Love you.
love you. Hugs.
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 Oh, wait, let me do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
No.
punchline hugs.
No punchline.
No, right here.
No.
Right here.
Only on YouTube. No.